A picture-perfect Richard Norris, just that this picture was taken in 1993. This is how he looked in his teen years. Years on, disfigured, he cut himself off from the rest of the world and constantly wore a mask, only shopping at night. His way of masking his pain after suffering horrific injuries in a gun accident in 1997. He lost his lips, nose and teeth. The 37-year-old had undergone several life-saving reconstructive surgeries after the accident, but still had limited use of his mouth and appeared as though his lower face and nose had been mashed in. He was able to taste but could not smell. That is until...
Everything has been perfectly aligned, restoring the normal height, width, and projection of his face. And now came the final tailoring, which is the connection of the nerves, the muscles, the soft tissue, providing this drape of Mr. Richard Norris only 6 days after his surgical procedure.
Although he has the donor's face, he, according to his doctors, does not resemble the donor. It's a combination of two individuals, a true blend, end quote. His face now appears ordinary apart from some stitches along his hairline and neck and scarring around his eyelids.
But it's still a surreal experience to look at him, and it's hard not to stare. Before, people used to stare at Richard because he wore a mask and they wanted to see the deformity. The hardest thing for him was to eat. And obviously he understands that children would look at him and that was fine, but to have adults stare at him, but now they have another reason to stare at him. And it's really amazing.
The historic 36-hour operation on March 19, 2012 was the most extensive of its kind. It included transplantation of the teeth, upper and lower jaw, a portion of the tongue, and all facial tissue from the scalp to the base of the neck.
He put the mirror down and thanked me and hugged me, it was a wonderful gift to give him. And ever since that day, you could see that we're going to restore those 15 years that he's lost and making a functioning member of society once again.
The face transplant is the 23rd since doctors began the procedure 7 years ago. The surgery was funded by the US Navy, which hopes the techniques will help casualties from Iraq and Afghanistan. Mbilu, Citizen Live at 9.